Hi everyone! Today I'm making something called stuffed eggs, not to be confused with deviled eggs. These are served room temperature or warm, and the difference between these and the deviled eggs is it uses butter to bind instead of mayonnaise. So from the hard cooked eggs, going to remove the yolks just like you would do for deviled eggs. And she instructs to cut this way instead of the traditional deviled egg way of cutting, and take a little slice off the top where it's very rounded so that they sit up properly. So I'm using the small side of the grater for the cheese, and I did put the cheese in the freezer for a bit before I started to do this. The finer grating will help it blend better into the mixture and not have pieces sticking out all over the place in the final product. So it's 2 tablespoons in proportion to 4 egg yolks. And then it says to use vinegar. It probably could take strong white vinegar, but I'm using apple cider vinegar, and she doesn't specify. I don't know what the vinegar diversity was like in 1896. I should look that up. I'm very fond of different vinegars. And a little bit of mustard, messy mustard, and some seasoning. So it's salt and cayenne pepper, and I find this can take quite a bit of cayenne for depth of flavor, not for the heat. And then I start to add the melted butter, and she doesn't specify an amount. She just says enough to bind everything. And knowing that I'm going to have to shape these, playing with the texture is important. So I start off with a small amount. And the rest of that was relatively soft, so it'll blend in like mayonnaise would. And it needs more butter. And I'm just doing a small amount at a time so it doesn't get too runny. I'm just going to check and see if I can shape it at this point, and it's still a little bit crumbly. And as with many things in this book, there is a white sauce served with it, so I'm just going to make a quick thin white sauce, which you've seen in other videos. I probably have 6 already done with this simple white sauce or a bechamel. So I need a little more butter to make it smooth and moldable. And funny thing about this, it's supposed to be served warm, but were you to reheat the eggs because of the butter, the shaped portion that you saw at the beginning of the video would collapse. So I think room temperature for the egg and then hot for the sauce. Alright, so I have a little dish of water to help me shape them so that the mixture doesn't stick to my fingers too much. I'm just checking with a spoon for the amount and double checking how moldable it is. And it says to reshape as if they were yolks and put them back into the egg, so that's what I'm doing. This is a nice brunch dish, I think, with some toast and ham. Alright, and then you put them in a serving plate, or on a serving plate, and pour over the warm white sauce. Et voila, it is ready to eat.